Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Potato Panda TV here, and this is back on my Potato Panda Collects YouTube channel. And I know it's been a while since I've really done anything with this channel. Just I haven't really had a whole lot that I've wanted to upload on this channel, but and I've been kind of focusing a little bit more on my gameplay channel. That if you haven't checked out, I have the link to my gameplay channel on in the description box. But as you can see here, I got some. I happened to stop by a local gaming store that's probably within like maybe a mile of where I live or so, and they just happened to move, or they moved it to a different location, and it's like I said, maybe like a mile or so from where I live now, so it's not too far away. But I just picked up some supplies, and they happen to have some of those some Hour of Devastation packs. So I haven't opened any of this, and I haven't really looked at any YouTube videos to see what's in them, or I haven't really seen any previews for them, so I don't really know what to expect, and honestly don't even really know exactly when these cards were even really released or anything. So trying to see if there's any like copyright date or anything on it that might show where it is. But the way this, like the combination of the font, and then it's got kind of hard to see. It's got like white lettering and the black border and the red design of the red color of the pack kind of makes it hard for me, especially since I don't really have the best vision in the first place. So, but I'm sure if somebody knows in the comments section down below, they can let me know. Oh, let's see, what is this? 2000. I know it's cameras not really can't focus on that very close. I guess it's 2017. It looks like so. This was definitely. I got in probably about the middle of 2019, so I've been maybe about not quite 2 years yet. So this came out a couple of years before I really even got into Magic, so I'm not really sure what order they put. I guess they do it kind of like normal, where they got a token and a land in the back, and then the rares in front of that. So sorry for bumping into my camera like that, but let's see if I can kind of straighten. I guess I should have had this figured out a little bit better before I started, but I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I don't know if I'll probably don't want to make this a super long video, but I know sometimes I can. But I guess we'll just kind of try to go through this and see if there's anything that looks decent, or anything I might even be able to just kind of use for commander decks I have. Whenever, let's just kind of look through these, and then I'll just try to frame these such if you want to pause it, you can see like what the card is and what the abilities and stuff are. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Add 2 mana of any pool, or tap. If you tap exert, I guess I don't really know what exert means, so I'll have to look that up. But then I got a zombie jackal warrior. I guess I could maybe see if I could squeeze that into my zombie commander deck. Let's see, afflict. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 1 life. Yeah, I mean that'd be a decent ability for my thing, and I've never seen I don't know what the exact like the Naga is, so I don't really know exactly what Naga is, but maybe somebody in the comments section knows what this is, they can kind of explain to me what a Naga is. Almost the way I'm assuming it must be something that has to do with like the hat or something, or I don't know exactly what it is. Naga cleric. And it's a horror artifact creature. Exile target creature can have human cleric. Vigilance, Eternalize, yeah, it's Desert of the Fervent. Enters the battlefield tapped. When you tap, you add a red to your mana pool. Recycling one and a red. Discard this card, draw a card. Human Druid. Been somewhat tempted to make a Druid deck, but I don't know if I have enough. I have to still look through my cards and to see if I'd have enough cards to make a Druid deck and see what color combinations I have as far as like the Druids go. And then these last two were, or last couple are uncommon, so, I guess that was a zombie, but my zombie deck's black-green, so I really couldn't use that unless I'd find a black-green-white or zombie commander. Gains lifelink until end of turn, and gains death touch until end of turn, so, I guess I could use this for death touch, but I think my death touch is also black-green, so I think I have death touch, zombie, and elf deck that are all black-green, and my commander, or not my commander, my rare is Oketra's Last Mercy. Your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Huh. So does that mean it goes back up? If I was using a commander, my life total will go back up to 40, I guess. And then you could basically lands you control don't untap during your next. They don't untap during your next untap step. So they don't untap. Oh, so they basically stay tapped. So your land don't untap during your next untap stage. So I mean that'd be kind of wouldn't really be a very good or useful ability because they'd stay tapped. So you really couldn't unless if you had already tapped all of your land on the previous turn, you'd basically have nothing to play. But let's go. They have like the basic. I guess in this one they have like just the normal basic land, and then they have these more kind of like showcase. I guess it's not really full art. It's just like a showcase land. That's kind of cool. It's that open fire. It almost looks like a torpedo. Oh, it's like a chomp or like a little, what's that, like a fox head or a something, or a lion head, or I don't know what that is, like some type of animal dog head on a chain or something, or I guess that's an arrow, so I guess I don't even know exactly what's even going on there. But it deals 3 damage to target creature for 2 colorless and a red. Counter target spell unless it's counter spell, or unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Sandblast deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature for 2. That's, I guess, not terrible for 3 mana. Sidewinder Naga, another Naga. So as long as you control a desert or there's a desert card in your graveyard, he gets a 1/0 and has trample for 3/2. I mean, that's not really going to get a whole lot of trample out of that, but I guess you get 1 or maybe like 1 or 2 damage to the player, so I guess that could add up. And Marauding Bone Slasher for Zombie Minotaur. I could definitely put that in my zombie deck. You can't block unless you control another zombie. So I mean, I got plenty of zombies in my zombie deck, so I definitely get that out after I put another zombie in. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Human Warrior. So this video is probably a lot longer than I expected it to be already, so I was kind of go through this, and if you see anything, we'll just kind of let this go like this so you can see what's going on with these cards. And then just kind of, and that's something I've not something I've not, since I'm still kind of new into the field. What's the purpose of having these like double cards like this on one card? Maybe if somebody can explain to me like the purpose of having cards like this and one on one, like two, it's like two cards on one card, and if anybody can explain that. And there's an uncommon. When he enters the battlefield, if you control a desert or there is a desert card in your graveyard, you may have this card deal 3 damage to target creature. My last rare, oh, mythic, sweet. So let's see, it's a majestic Myarch, a chimera, I think it's chimera, and his power and toughness are each equal to twice the number of creatures you control. At the beginning of each combat, if you control a creature with flying, he gains flying until end of turn. The same is true for first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, and vigil. Well, this would be so for 5 mana, and it's toughness and power equal to creatures you control. I mean, I don't really have any decks that I could fit this into now because I don't have any like mono green decks or any like chimera decks, but I mean, I guess technically with all it has the same it's at the beginning of each combat. If you control a creature with any of these abilities, it essentially has that ability. So I could, since like I got like I said, a black green death touch, I guess I could really technically put this in the death touch deck, because this ability would give this death touch. So I could ultimately, I guess, put it in that deck, but. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that card's really worth anything, but I'll definitely have to look it up and see what it's worth. But as always, I appreciate everybody taking the time to stop by, and I hope to maybe, I don't know if I'll ever have like a schedule like I do for my gaming channel for this channel, but I'll try to at some point, or I hope to at least at some point start uploading at least a couple times a week instead of just like whenever I'm in the mood or have something to post. But as always, I appreciate everybody taking the time to stop by, and I, as always, hope to see you around next time.